Hello, trading is closed on the 6th of February 2024. We'll start with our disclaimer as we always do. We'll go over our calls, we'll make some predictions. It's my trading plan for tomorrow, which is February 7th, 2024. Remember, my calls can be wrong, trade at your own risk. Also, I've had hardly any time to do my analysis tonight. I'm going to be busy all week, and I may not be risking any of my own money on these calls. Look for the pattern with the early high, which is this, and tomorrow should also have the early high. We said to confirm that this top was in, we'd like to see more downside action than we've seen. Still haven't seen it. And we also said that failing to manage a close under these lows should lead to higher prices, even if we didn't close higher, and we did close up. So this is a reminder of what we said. Tomorrow has the early high. These Fs indicate false moves. MEJT said they would retrace, and they all have. We now have the opposite of what we saw yesterday. We have nearly 2 days of rally, and the close can't manage to clear any of these multiple prior highs. That means the rally so far hasn't accomplished anything, despite having quite a long time in which to do it. And that could all change if we gap up tomorrow, but for right now, it's not a good pattern. The other side of the coin is that this pattern is usually negative, and when it's not negative, it leads to more strength. But of course, what counts isn't how we close, but how we open tomorrow. So if we open down here, it's the standard negative pattern, because tomorrow's open can substitute for today's close, and the wall into the close very often is followed by gapping down. If the idea of this being a top is correct, we really should gap down tomorrow. And if not, I think it calls the idea into question, even though it isn't completely killed. Signals are mixed, so we'll use these rules. Tomorrow's pattern has a early high, regardless of where we open. It's positive. Today's normally bearish pattern wasn't. If you gap down smartly tomorrow, that kills that pattern. But it's bearish that nearly 2 days of rallying couldn't give us a close over prior highs. There's a wave count compatible with the consolidation being over. That's this. You have your A, you have your ABC, and these all fit. And the wall on the close often is followed by gapping down the next day. Now, we still haven't gotten the follow through. I want to see if the call for a top last Friday is the right call. Until we get some confirmation, we don't bet the house on these things, particularly when it's a change in trend. Now, ideally, bears should gap down smartly at tomorrow's open. If they do, we're still on pace for this being a top. But if they don't, I'm going to question whether that interpretation was correct. And that we're not going to know until tomorrow's open. So it's the pattern with the early high. To keep this call alive, I don't have to see a smart gap down, but if we don't, I'm going to question the call. I really want to see a gap down, even though signals are mixed. And that's today's call.